Hey everybody, today is a get ready with me, and at the same time I want to demonstrate this foundation. It's Dior Capture Totale, and my color is 010. This has SPF 25. Let's start as always today using my Nip and Fab Skin Glycolic Fix. It's basically glycolic acid pads, very similar to ones from First Aid Beauty. And I believe the price range is really the same as well, except these you can find in the drugstore. Nip and Fab is sold in the drugstore. Today is a pretty natural makeup day. I want to do a few challenges for makeup. Get ready with me. So like for instance, I want to do 5 product makeup and 5 minute makeup. Those are 2 separate challenges that I want to do. I'm going to moisturize with an essence, my History of Faux Suan essence. Again, this is not a new product. I'm using it extensively in my collection. There are a few skincare products that are going to be coming to an end pretty soon. But like I said before, my makeup stash is significant. So there's a lot to get through before I have to do any skincare shopping. When I say makeup stash, I meant skincare stash, but so is my makeup stash. I don't know. I need to do some decluttering, I think, of my vanity again, because there were a few things that I was kind of unimpressed with. It's really unfortunate. Like, I really like the idea of affordable makeup on my eye cream from Kiehl's. This is the Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. I really like the idea of affordable makeup and drugstore makeup, but I am just really struggling with products. Like, I picked up a few things from Wet n Wild, and I really love their eyeshadows, but I picked up a few things and the only thing I liked was powder, so I wasted a whole bunch of money trying things that I ended up not loving. Like, they were fine, but I'm not going to use them because I have better things in my stash. So in the end, I spent more money on cheap makeup that I'm not going to use, rather than just going to Sephora and picking up something that I might probably use. So although I do really want to try more affordable makeup, I feel like it's a waste of money because you can't try it, you can't return it easily. Now I'm going to use this primer skincare thing from YSL. This is Top Secret's Flash Radiant Skincare Brush. This is a primer. I'm not going to use the brush, obviously, just going to take some on my fingertip. So, you know, I just feel like there's just such poor return policy with affordable makeup that I'm wasting time, I'm wasting money, and in the end getting disappointed for it. So I feel like, although I want to try more affordable makeup, I just don't know if I will. I don't think it's worth it for me. So far I've been more disappointed than happy with what I've tried. And we'll see. I might on a whim pick up things here and there, but I feel like, you know, in my mind I'm like, oh, maybe I'll transition to more affordable makeup. Maybe it's just as good. And some things are good, but most things are not as good. So I'm going to take my Capture Totale by Dior. Or maybe I'll just try only getting things that other people really like. I'm going to put some on my little Real Technique sponge, which is actually drugstore and fantastic. I'm going to sponge it on. I really like this foundation. It is super flattering on the skin. So maybe I'll just like do only makeup that other people recommend on YouTube, but then it's not really fun or original. But I also don't want to be wasting money and time buying things that I hate or don't like or don't love. So out of my Wet n Wild haul and try on, I changed my mind on a couple of things because I wore them longer and they turned out to be either patchy or I'm just over the smell. And this is, I mean, it's really annoying because I was hopeful that maybe I'll be a convert, but it's just not working out. And I think costing me more in the longer run. So for now I'm stepping back from drugstore stuff. Like I said, it has nothing to do with being snobby about it. It's just economics for me. I feel like if you total it up, I'd rather use higher end things, and I spend less money on that because I'm not trying and sifting through things to sort of be happy with. Now I'm going to, I don't think I'm going to conceal today. I feel like I only need light coverage, and I want to keep my skin super natural. And you see how natural this is. This is light coverage. I wouldn't say sheer, but definitely light coverage, and you can layer it, but I don't think I will today. Next, I'm going to take my Chanel bronzer, the Soleil de Chanel. Oh my goodness, it's going down and down and down, which is great. I would like to try something else for a change, but this one is just lovely, really easy. I'm going to apply it with a sponge as well. So super natural, no fuss, easy. A couple of swipes of the sponge and it's blended. It stays pretty well. Not perfectly, but reasonably well throughout the day. And just, you know, one of my favorites in terms of cream products. But I think it's at that really sort of last lag. I don't know if I should be using this anymore. It's definitely been, it's 18-month shelf life. And I definitely had it for about 2 years. So probably 24 months, and still, I mean, I'm almost out of it, but I just feel, I don't mind throwing out product that had expired, and I do it all the time, but I just want to feel the thrill of finally finishing something up, because I usually have trouble finishing up products. They go, no, they don't go bad, but they get expired before I have a chance to finish anything. So I'm working on this, although it's slightly past its expiration date. I know people aren't as sort of obsessed with expiration dates as I am. Now I'm going to take my Stila Field of Flora's Convertibles palette. Love this thing. I love Stila convertibles. I think I'm going to go for this sort of baby peachy pink color today. So I'm going to apply it and give it a bit of a blend with my sponge. Cream products are fantastic for sponge application. And I'm going to have a little bit on the other cheek. So I've given up on a couple of the Wet n Wild products I was using. I still like the powder though. I think the powder is nice. It's not my favorite, but it's really nice, and I'll continue to use that. But the makeup sticks, I just can't. The one that's supposed to be concealer / foundation is a Greasy Mess, and I have dry skin, so Greasy Mess is like another level. The one that was blush, I really like the consistency, and I could use it for blush and lips, but unfortunately it stunk, and it wasn't expired. I had just bought it. I don't know why the product stunk so badly. And the bronzer I initially liked, but it was difficult to blend out. It was a bit patchy, and also it went patchier during the day, so it didn't stay on my dry skin, by the way, after powdering very well. So I was just like shocked. I'm like, why is this working so poorly? I love cream products, and normally I don't have any issues. If you're seeing this today, I'm using cream products, and it's just easy for me usually. But those Wet n Wild things were just not doing it for me. So I'm going to go in with my MAC paint pot in soft ochre and get some on my eyelids. So yeah, major disappointment, and I was so hopeful. Maybe I'll just stick to what I know, I think, probably, at least for now. I hate being disappointed in makeup, but you know, usually I just bring it back, but not now. And then the disappointment is really not persistent if I bring it back, but now I am. So I think, what am I going to do today for brows? I'm kind of feeling like a brow pomade, so I'm going to take an Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. I haven't used a ton of it, and I haven't been feeling like doing pomaded brows, but I think I want to do an emphasis on my brows today. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques pick up a tiny bit and sort of wipe it off a little bit on the cap and fill in with light brush strokes. It's a really nice pomade. This is the only pomade I've ever tried, so I have no idea how it compares to any of the others, but there is a ton of them out. I feel like I would like to try the NYX one. I feel like it's similar. I've swatched it in the drugstore, but I'm just so traumatized by that Wet n Wild purchase. And this is fairly easy, but also I'm not like carving out my eyebrows. I'm basically just slightly filling them in with a very small amount of product. I think this pomade is going to last me a lifetime because I just use so very little of it. Like I said, I'm not a carver when it comes to eyebrows. I just want them to look not even groomed. I don't even want them to look groomed. I just want them to look like they're there and not patchy. That's it. That's my goal with eyebrows. There's no fancy moves with them. So this is good. Maybe a little bit over here. I feel like we're missing something. There we go. So this is good for eyebrows. And they're still looking reasonably natural. And this thing, that's bulletproof. That doesn't move, which is really nice. I like that. For eyebrows, you see they're kind of like brighter and thicker than usual for me. And it's kind of what I'm going for today. I'm going to go in with my Bobbi Brown University eyes. And my fluffy brush, again from Real Techniques. I'm using a ton of Real Techniques. I feel like I'm pulling for those brushes a lot. I'm going to throw in this sort of beige color around the eye crease and sort of blend it down to the mobile lid as well. I love the simplicity of use in these shadows. They blend out beautifully. They're easy to use. There's virtually no kick up. And they're not like ultra pigmented, but they're pigmented in just the right way for me. I don't love ultra pigmented eyeshadows because I just feel like they're a lot of work, and for the kind of looks that I do, like I'm not a makeup artist. I'm not gonna do like Instagram makeup. I don't really care about, I care about performance. I don't really care about like ultra high pigmentation. If I want to build up a shadow, I want to be able to build it up to full opacity if I want to, but most of the time I really don't like super bright colors that need blending for 45 minutes just to make them look okay. So this is what I like. I like shadows that are easy, user-friendly, and blend out well and last well. And I want them to be pigmented enough, but not ultra pigmented. I struggle to understand why you would want such highly pigmented eyeshadows for daily use unless you're using, I'm taking this bone color and just sort of blending / highlighting the brow, diffusing some light color under there. Unless you love bright makeup, which a lot of people don't wear super bright makeup, I don't really feel like you need to wear very pigmented shadows. And don't get me wrong, these are like pigmented for sure. They're there. The pigmentation is definitely there, but they're not, sorry, totally dropped my palette into my drawer, but they're not like painfully pigmented and fall out all the way, and none of that. Don't like that. Don't want that. Don't care to buy that. I'm going to take this champagne-y shade and just put it in the very first third of my lid and maybe give myself a little bit of highlight in the corner, but nothing major, just very sheer wash. And again, my makeup is probably boring for people, but that's what I like for daily. I don't really love super bright out there things. And again, personal preference, nothing wrong with them, with the super bright makeup either. I kind of like what it looks like. I just don't like what it looks like on me. And I think I'm gonna line, but I think I'm gonna do liquid liner today. I'm gonna take my Kat Von D liquid liner, black one with a calligraphy tip. Shoot, I blinked. I'm gonna give myself a little cat eye, but not too much. This thing is so good, so easy to use. Again, simple, effective, and it just works. I can't talk while I line because then I screw up. I'm gonna try to match the other side, but I've been having trouble matching recently. So start small and build up is how I go about this, because I can never just draw them on the same. Okay, so as always, not completely identical, so we'll need to go back to the other one and fix it as well. But I think today I'm going to be able to work it. See, I can't rest my elbow anywhere. I think that's the problem. Plus the crappy lining skills. So now we're going to match this and make it more even. Alright, I'm okay with this. They're definitely sisters and not twins. Maybe they're cousins. They're not that close genetically. Maybe not sisters. But I'm okay with that. I don't think anybody will care except me. So next, to set my makeup, I'm going to use my Guerlain palette. Or actually, I should use my little Guerlain Meteorites stick first, just to give myself a little bit of cheek highlight. And this is a pinky sort of cheerful little flush of color. I really like this. I've grown to like it more. I kept saying that it's probably unnecessary, but for my skin tone, it's actually really, really pretty. So I didn't so much change my opinion. I've always liked it, but I think it's nicer than I gave it credit for last time. So yay for the Guerlain Meteorites stick. And now we're gonna add more meteorites and take this travel palette and use the pressed meteorites Voyage they have here, and a fluffy brush. Sort of loosely set everything because they are creams and it is summer. But really light layer. And it's very difficult to go with meteorites and sort of have a they're firmly pressed, so you can't really have a thick layer very easily anyway, which I think eases application. I don't love super firmly pressed stuff, but I like it to be firmly pressed enough to not kick up a lot of powder, so I don't lose the product. I think you understand by now that I'm not into very powdery products. I want them to be firmly pressed enough for me to be able to easily use them. So there we go. And make sure to set under the eyes, although there's only a thin layer of foundation there today. That's what it looks like afterwards. I think I'm going to go ahead and add a touch more bronzer because I feel like wanting to be bronzed today. I'm going to take my Eve Lom very loosely pressed foundation. Yes, it is a foundation. I'm going to take a fluffy kabuki. But it is, I bought it in a shade dark, well, maybe 2 shades darker than I am right now. And I was planning to sort of use it as a tiny bit of a bronzer set. And it is good for that, I think. I haven't really tested it out long enough to be very confident about how much I like it, but so far I don't hate it. And I'll let you know what I think later. I'm not into the whole idea of first impressions, solely because I just don't think first impressions really tell you very much. Like those Wet n Wild first impressions I did, I feel like I'm probably not going to do first impressions again. I'm just going to do reviews because first impressions, they change. They change, and in the end, like, for instance, about those, there we go. So a little bit more bronze. There's tons of glow here with the cream stick that I use from Guerlain. Very pretty. Liking it. Eve Lom so far I think is a nice addition, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm not going to go ahead, the Morphe brush shedding. I'm not going to go ahead and give you an actual opinion for now. Next, I think I'm going to go in with my Maybelline mascara. This is Big Eyes. Again, probably the only drugstore product that I'm using today, and I'm actually really liking, and I had repurchased. So not all hope is lost. Tell me, what are your favorite drugstore products, and why, and what kind of skin type you have, what it is that you look for. Because I'm curious. I want to get some good staples in, but so far I haven't been ultra successful. But this one is pretty good. I like it because it's a one-step shop. Lots of volume. It's not so black as black as I like, but it is at least pretty volumizing, lengthening, gives you papow lashes if you're looking for that. And it dries down really nicely in terms of, you know, when you start using a mascara versus when it dries a little bit in the tube after about a month of use. It's at its prime right now. But unfortunately, I know that with this one, having used it before, it doesn't last in this stage of perfect consistency for very long. And it definitely will then dry up pretty quickly. So this is not one to, well, anyway, it's gonna last me 3 months. That's fine. That's how much mascara should last me anyway. I've been known to go 6 months sometimes. In terms of lipstick, I'm gonna be unoriginal. I'm going to get my 54 Boy by Chanel. This is the Rouge Coco Shine, my favorite nude, or one of the 2 favorite nudes I have. The second one is a pretty much very similar color with a little bit more pigment, and it's MAC Patisserie. But this one is so comfortable on the lips, which is what I'm looking for in lipsticks, lip products in general. There we go. This is the look for today. I hope you find it fun. I will let you know what I think about this Capture Totale by Dior. This is one of the products that I'm sort of trying out right now, and I'm going to tell you about, and the Eve Lom Powder Foundation in Beige 3, which is a little dark for me right now, but I'll keep testing it out sort of as a bronzer topper, because the color is perfect for that. So that's it for today. I'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye bye.